Hi, welcome back to Everyday Pronunciation. This is Sherry Summers, and today we're working on the question, how do you find out what's working? How do you find out what's working? I don't know. How do you find out what's working? Let's find out by breaking this down into some little pieces, and we'll see how the sentence itself works. So the first thing you'll notice is it's a question, and the second thing you should notice is it begins with how. So how is a WH question word. It should tell us that we're going to have a rise on the last important word of the sentence, which happens to be working, and then a drop at the end. So working. The next thing that I'd like for you to notice is we have a phrasal verb in here. We have find out. Find out goes together. It has a specific meaning. It doesn't mean how do you find something, right? You're not looking for something. But find out means how to get an answer to something. So we know it's a phrasal verb, and when you have the verb plus this what looks like a preposition, you're going to stress the second word a lot more. So we have find out. And the next thing you should notice, if you heard that, I connected the D with the O-U-T. So I actually ended up with fine, that's the I sound, I, and then I pushed the D over into the doubt. That out has the ow sound. In American English, it's going to sound like ow. In some languages, that represents an O or an O. So be really careful that you're saying ah like cat plus oo, ow. So we have find out. Dow's a little stronger. You see, I didn't put the T on yet. Let's do that. Find out. To be honest, it sounds kind of like fine and then doubt. Find out. What's isn't going to be very big. What's, and then working. I'm going down here now. That is that basic sound. Were. It's the sound that you see in things like sir and hurt. So we have were, and then we have the ing at the end. So let's push the K sound over into the ing. King, or maybe keen. Working. So find out what's working. Find out what's working. Okay, so that's pretty good. Find out what's working. If I told you go find out what's working, that would be exactly how you would say it. But we have the question. So we have how. How has the a as in cat, just like out does. How. It's kind of a medium stress sound. How. And this might surprise you, but it's not do you. It's often do ya. How do ya? In fact, it runs together really fast. It's almost like do ya. So our sentence now is how do you find out? How do you find out what's working? How do you find out what's working? How do you find out what's working? Can we take it a little slower and then we'll build it back up? So we have how do you find out what's working? A little faster. How do you find out what's working? And even faster. How do you find out what's working? How do you find out? How do you? So, when we do these sentences, we're not just worried about this sentence, but we have little pieces that we can look at, like how do you? How do you? If you memorize the sound of that and the feeling of that, you could use that for so many different things. How do you? And then find out, you can do the same thing. So how do you? How do you know? How do you do it? How do you say it? Okay? Or we should find out. Don't you think we should find out? You need to find out. So these are great because you can use them over and over. So I really like it if you can figure out the entire sentence, but break it down. See if you can use the pieces because they can be used over and over in different things. So try it out a bunch of times and enjoy the process. And I'll see you here again tomorrow. Bye-bye.